Hi everyone, this is Laurie here with a canvas to share with you. Now this is a surprise gift for a friend and hopefully she likes it. She had mentioned that she wished she had a canvas for her little boy's picture, and so I'm trying to do something a little more masculine than my usual pinks and whites on things, so that hopefully it'll be a little more appropriate for a little boy's picture. I started with a 9 by 12 canvas, which I used Glimmer Mist, different sprays on to tone it to a browns and tan cream color to match the paper line. The paper line I used was Mind's Eye's Lost and Found 2. I used this because of the train and the colors in it. I think look a little more masculine. I also still had some of this left here, the Mind's Eye Stella Rose and Stella Rose brads that kind of match a lot of their papers, to put some brads right here and one up here on the balloon. It still was hard to try not to put any kind of roses on this, so I went with some brown roses and went ahead and used gesso on those along with some Rub and Buff to match the colors of the paper, kind of help tone those down. These are Trico roses, the big brown ones, and the smaller ones are all I Am roses. Again, used a little bit of the Rub and Buff to add just a little bit of color to those so they would match the canvas a little better. Went ahead and cut out some flourishes and add a little gesso, a little ink to those. I inked and distressed all of the edges of the paper along with a little bit of gesso on those to kind of give it a little aged look. I used a mask to add the gesso for a little bit of background texture there and down along the bottom of the canvas. The picture frame, I found this in a thrift store and I really liked it. I thought that was really vintage and very cute. It was just gold. It's just a gold plastic, and I used some gesso and some Rub and Buff again to add a little bit of color to help match the paper line. I added this little photo of the little girl in there just so I had a photo in there, but of course you'd put a little boy in there. Now if this looks a little too feminine and a little too vintage for her for the picture, I've decided I won't attach it down, that she would be able to go ahead and place a picture in here and use this as like a mat for the picture, so she can decide which way she'd like to use that. Let's see what else I got here. I've got some little metal corners. These are the types of metal corners from Mementa. I love these little corners. Just adds a little cute decorative touch to it, and then added just a little bit of gesso to those. I wanted to keep this a little bit vintage looking for her. Anyway, I hope she likes it, and maybe we'll get a chance to see her reaction when she sees it. Thank you very much for sharing your time and your day with me. Bye everyone.